How we're living, boys? We're doing a little bit of Blade of the Ruined King, or Bork, enjoying this game. This might not be the most perfect game for it, but I'm not going to lie. I love Bork into Shaco and Zillion. And then on top of the fact they have two kind of more tankier members. Unless that's like the full damage move speed Cho build, which that thing can be degenerate. But yeah, the idea is that, when you want to play a Bork game, it's completely fine too. This is me playing, I believe I'm at 800 LP Grandmasters right now, really close to the Challenger, and Titanic might be the best overall. That's no big deal. It's pretty undeniable at this point. But Bork is definitely, I would say, a solid second. If it's not second, I think it might be lethality. But either way, the idea with Bork is that people can't run away with you. You do a ton of damage, but you do have to be very wary of team fights until you get some tankiness behind you. So that's hopefully what I can teach you here today, depending on how they play this one. Now, oftentimes pathing to bot lane will almost always yield way more fruits than any other lane. I see mid lane though getting a little crazy. What do you guys think about that? Now, oftentimes I'm a pretty good guy for oh, they saw me on ward, I see. I'm a pretty good guy for, I'll flash on a mid laner really early, like it's nothing, because I take Cosmic Insight in my runes. And a laner being without flash matters so much more than jungle, because I do a lot of my farming alone in the jungle, and let's say 2 minutes go by for a full clear. Well, I'm lit. My cooldown is ticking the whole time. Meanwhile, he has to fight someone the whole time while that flash is down and never get caught up, make a mistake. Now, their bot lane's likely going to have their jungle here, because they just baited towards the river, and my Shen took the bait, so obviously it's not really where he wants to be. That might be warded, yeah, you think? What do you guys think about that? See how they're walking backwards as that happens, so it's very clear. Especially if this guy goes for a bomb on me, I can go to at least punish him. But there's a fear there. I think I might be able to get some good damage here, especially if Forest gets a Q. Oh, really close. I canceled my auto. Oh, he had barrier the whole time anyway. Not too bad. It looks like Shaco isn't here. He went mid. So what do we get? We got flash, barrier, and I believe heal. Nice. Not bad. Oh, actually, we almost went the wrong component. The inherent need to buy Ruby Crystal. Man, that's where I want to live. Now, my support has decided to take a random cheese roam here. Luckily, my AD carry has TP, so he can catch the wave. Not fall behind on that. I really don't know what the plan is here. I think the odds of Mord fighting Yone are pretty low, but... Oh, never mind. Good bait. Nah. We didn't hard fight it, but we did a little bit. But we're going. Very good kill. Hey, good roam. Better than nothing. Better than him being bot lane and getting baited into the jungler, Now he's on 35 farm that likely has 3 minions mid and a crab and his Krug. So we are definitely behind a little bit of the clear, but it's really no big deal. The most important part about playing in high elo or trying to climb is not dying. So even if, I don't get too much on bot side in terms of kills, going up summoner spells can be a huge advantage. Because it might be the difference of their team just taking a dive and flashing away and living, or your team being able to punish them just by ganking them once I get back down there. Trying to understand Fizz right now. What is he saying? Is he saying he's gonna get level 6 and he wants a gang? I can do that. Oh, there's there. I don't think I can get onto the right target here. Yeah. Looks like it's working out though. Why didn't we? We got Briar champed a little bit. To be honest, I don't even think it's worth blaming Briar as a champ. I think that's a really low elo thing. I like saying it as a joke, but allow me to acknowledge the joke. I chose that W. I saw Zillion, and then I chose that W thinking that I was close enough. So, oftentimes, like, dude, Briar gets it the worst out of any champ I've ever seen. Where, like, people blame her so many times, in times where it's, like, genuinely the player's fault. I took that W. I saw the Zillion. I said I saw the Zillion. took the W and missed it. It's like missing any other skill shot, except it comes, you know, not many other skill shots come with the, hey, I die if I do this, but, you know, my brother in Christ, I chose the champion. So, for me to complain about it like that would be crazy work. Oh, they did see me. Should he get an E, maybe? Oh, he's actually hitting the dragon right now. But there's a Cho'Gath there. I don't think I can just will this one into existence. Alright, he's off of it. My boy died there. Hit that, check it out. Shaco might take a recall here just because he doesn't want to lose his top side and doesn't feel like the dragon will go that quickly for him, but overall it's not that bad. See what we can do for this. Shaco's whole top side is up, so if we could look for an invade on him, that would be crazy good, but it's gonna be tough because he's AP Shaco and Mord has first walk right now. But I am here kind of on a cheesy timing, so. Oh man, life gets a little rough sometimes, huh? You can try and just do a huge burst and run. Nice. E auto and then smite is usually like such a 1k damage burst that people don't see coming, because a lot of times they don't know enough about Briar's E and what it does. Let's see if we can get this gank before we go to Grubs. Nice. He just used a damaging spell, so that usually leaves you in a good spot for the fight, just in case you were to get nice. Just in case you were to get Mord ulted. If he's down the Q cooldown as he ults, you have a lot of time to figure it out. On top of the fact that as Briar, right, you can just E his second Q and then you cannot die. Now my bot side is slightly in jeopardy here. It's assumable that they definitely go to Dragon here, and then probably Shaco might greet a Raptor invade if he has 2 smite charges, but overall, it's not that bad. I'm still basically non-stop playing this map till I have first item. It looks like we'll get first item at 10 minutes. Again, that's on time for anyone that doesn't know. So you can't be too mad at it. Let Bleed do its thing there. I mean, not a perfect game, right? Our support's kind of getting rolled, but our mid's KD seems fake. Yeah, I think 1 and 2 is like not fair when comparing how actually strong he is. I don't think I need to ult here because Shen's presence is looking like it's enough, so I can actually greed my top side super hard knowing that my bot side would be there, and he just wasted time. I'm liking where that wave state's at. What are you guys thinking about this? Yeah, we're gonna play on that. Oh, he missed. Okay, I can take the ward. The ward is his basic understanding that he can do whatever he wants. So if you take that ward, now he has to think about my presence there. And that is just enough for me to be able to leave, actually. So again, we can hit that Scryer because I actually know I'm not playing that gank. But if I hit that Scryer, then he knows that I know he doesn't have vision. And now he has to think about it just that little bit more. No neutral right now. This is where Logan's greediness comes into play, where I'm going to play for 1675 to get Bork plus a Ruby Crystal, because again, we're playing into AP Shaco and Cho'Gath and Zilean, where the amount of CC they have matters and will likely be enough to just kill me. So I need to be able to live through at least like one iteration of their spells. Now sure, if you know Cho'Gath ults and I get hit by a ton of things, I won't be able to live no matter how tanky I am, but you give yourself at least a chance. And we're on Bork. Now again, I like Bork for the Shaco Zilean Cho'Gath matchup, mostly just because, you know, Zilean tries to run away, so the slow is really good. Same thing for Shaco. It helps just kill these two flat out with usual builds, and 80 carries, you don't really have to build to beat 80 carries. Every Briar build kills those. I mean, I could definitely play it. I like this angle. Big fear. He dies to bleed, that's good. We can look for a big E. Keep Shen near. Not trying to get killed if possible, but Oh my, Varus, you're on one, brother. Auto W2 to get the PTA proc. And just a disgustingly good team fight. And Bork did 457 there. And talk about playing on your relevant power spikes. Because look at how close those kills were. And look at how, like, if you didn't get one kill, then you don't get the Triumph proc. And then without the Triumph proc, you don't live. So it is very important to know that, you know, when I recall and I get Bork, that immediately that's when I want to fight, right? I'm not trying to run away from this fight. I see a 3v3. I know I'm on a power spike. Let's go. It's not going to get any better than when you're strongest. So it was really good. Now I'm going to try and highlight when Bork does a lot of work in fights so you guys could, you know, try and notice it and kind of quantify where Bork has strengths over weaknesses, because a lot of people are like, yo, Logan, Bork or Titanic though. Yo, Logan, Bork or Titanic. It's like, hey man, some games it's both, some games it's one or the other. So the key is to know when it's good or how it can be good in certain games and then use that. So that's what we're trying to do here. And again, I'm the biggest advocate for someone like always going Titanic, especially in higher elos, but I'm also a very big fan of when you know what you're doing on Briar, make it work. Oh my god. This fizz is crazy. I love that. That was sweet. Nah, but this fizz is a little different, huh? Nah, we're not doing this. Smart player? Even he knows when I'm about to troll. I'm such a momentum player, though. Like, when I start moving, oh, man. I'm going to keep going. Such a momentum player. I hate this recall, glowing mode. Pink word likely better. I mean, dude, just what is this guy doing to him? Nice. But yeah, you know, again, I'm a really big fan of that. Man, you can always make it work with your favorite build, whatever it is. Oh, they really played that well. If I go bot lane here, you just saw Shaco pivot down, you know that he's coming to mess you up. It's likely that they're playing for Dragon again here. I set my bot wave up to be decent, so they can be happy about that. We do not get this Dragon. Again, I can't make my team spawn and be in the right place and not lose that 2v2. So just go do something else while they're doing that, which would be prepping Rift Herald. And how do you prep it? Well, you take the camps on the opposite side, right? So Rift Herald's top side. Take all your bot side camps that you can. That way, if they choose to not go to this Rift Herald, they would go to your bot side to take your camps. Well, those camps won't be there. That's the plan. Now, one thing you can do if you want to be like super greedy is you can go for 2 camp kills and then reset for your item, be on 2 items for it, and kind of, you know, play another big power spike. But it comes at the desync of the objective, where like the objective's about to spawn. I'm already greeting an extra camp here. Now, luckily I'm on Bork, right? Bork shreds camps. It's nothing. And you see that my bot side actually has a roam here, so I need to be active when they're active. Oh my god, they're actually taking the full fight, so I think I actually have to skip the rift. Didn't expect a war to start. Likely the best target here would be Cho'Gath. Buffer E into his knockup. Put Shaco into the wall while we do that. Good job, Logan. Thank you, Logan. Now with 30 seconds, that's basically enough time to get this rift. And if I can't get the whole rift in that time, we'll actually go low greed. You have to W towards this middle part to get the Raptor W. If you W a little bit more to left, you won't get aggro. See, like right there, how much time did I just waste? Little Logan jungle thing. You know, you choose how you feel about stuff like this, man. Again, I'm trying to take every single thing on your whole dinner table, man. Bread included. So, man, if you guys aren't that type of person, that's okay. But just know, I am. As you can see, no punish at all. Sec. Need this, and we're good. Now here's the question, do you go to your own red buff because, red buff, or do you go topside with your Fizz, who's clearly your best teammate? I think I'm going to chalk up my game plan, play for that. But this is me showing bot side now, or showing topside, so my bot side's in jeopardy. He might actually die. Oh, good flash. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he has so much cooldown. Now I'm going to get Zillion stunned and then Cho'Gath queued here. That's completely fine because it's pressure that my boy doesn't have to soak, which is good. They actually don't need me for this play. I think we just play to leave here. Nice. Just a threatening E. That E might not have done anything. Good kill. Oh, he got the ult. Looks like that turret gets taken, though. I'm going to play for my camps here. We need to just chill out again. Take a breather. Overall, that was a good play for us, right? We got the Mord kill, we got Zillion ult, and we got the turret. Nothing bad. I guess technically we lost Fizz. Flash. Yeah, they are 3 AP. I think it's really trolling for them to not have one person go AD, being Shaco. I think that could help their team a ton. Nice. Now again, when you're playing Bork games, you want to, 1, farm super fast because that's what it does, but 2, you want to, you know, stray away from the team fight. Start playing side lanes, right? So as you see, I'm not going to go to mid, play a bigger team fight. I'm going to play for Fizz here. Let someone step up, get caught up like that. It's very likely this stuff is warded. I really don't want to waste Rift, but I think Rift could be pretty good here. Just to force them mid is the idea, and then we can make them play somewhere else. So they're going to start pulling to mid here. I'm going to step to bot side and try and help with this. If they're able to do this alone, I mean, that's really cool. Oh my god, Tubby lived. Zillion walking this way. Man, Cho'Gath living is crazy work. Wait. Now again, I let 2 autos go off before I Q him there, because if you Q early, then he's going to get out of the stun with higher health, because obviously if you use Q at 70% instead of 50, when you do all your damage, obviously he'll be higher health. So the idea is that I hold my Q till he gets lower. That way, you know, the question isn't obvious if I kill him or not. He doesn't know my damage as much as I do, so I know if I get 2 autos there, I can go ahead and just put him straight back to the base. Now, Otacon, like you guys know, I say it every single video, the most broken objective in this game. So obviously, we want to be playing for that. So we're going to grab this dragon, and then I'm actually going to take my recall, and then play for this. I'm going to go for a cheesy one here. I don't recommend this one unless you guys truly know what you're doing. But, you know, if you're against 3 AP, right, and their 1 AD isn't fed, throw that Spirit Visage third, man. Because people are like, oh, Logan, but it's not building damage. But it is building damage. I get ability haste, which is more everything. I get more health, which is literally scaled. And I get more time in the fight with an item that's countering their whole team. I get more time in the fight. That's more Bork autos, more everything. My Bork's already done 1,000 extra damage just for fun. My team is taking their blue buff. Now, what this is a feign that, like, hey, you know, briar's standing right behind you guys. You guys don't want to fight. Now, they're like, hey, call the bluff. We're going to fight anyway. Before he revives, you can hit another target. That's how briar works here. Did I actually hit? What's going on? Who did I actually ult? Did I actually ult Zillion? I didn't see. Oh, I would have to watch that back. I thought I hit Shaco. And then when Shaco res, during the res animation, I can go to Cho, because you can't hit anyone, briar's going to run to someone. But then I started aggroing to Zillion. So maybe I hit Zillion. I actually didn't see. I was so focused on hitting the second target, because I knew that Zillion was going to R the person that I R'd. Got a little jungle gap. I like that. Thank you, my friend. Don't like that at the expense of someone else, but... Oh. Okay, that's all good. One cool little buff Briar could get is W giving more vision. around, and you guys might not realize how insane that would be. But if Briar had more vision on the target that she W's to, right, then you could technically start jumping to camps faster, and that could increase your clear speed. Okay, nice. Nice. Huge board game. I mean, luckily, like, that's kind of like a really easy, like, did you see how OP Bork was? Because the moment I bought it, we got a team fight. And, you know, that might not always happen. Well, actually, I guess you could always make that happen. But we had a really good one. Big R, big E, and big damage. Dude, talk about my soul laners, though. They started cooking. Oh, nice. Yeah, what are we? 8R, 802 LP. Oh. Thank you, team. Nice to meet you. Damage is good. Damage taken. And this is with Bork, bro. Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. I mean, like, again, you could go lethal tempo with it. But, like, the early game of PTA and the early proc PTA, I like that. Especially with Bork. Bork always cranking damage, so. Yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of people, like, misunderstand what I mean when I say, like, Titanic's better high elo. It's because, it, you know, you're going to have, you know, you're going to have smaller windows to do a lot of damage the higher you go, which is objectively true, right? People are going to play better. That's all I'm saying. But Borks can still compare. You just have to really know what you're doing with it. Know, you know, how you have to approach fights, right? Like, as you saw, a lot of the fights I was joining with Ultimate, or I was just joining late. I wasn't starting the fight on their head in front of 4 people, especially an enemy team like that, where that's not a plan. You're not going to jump a fight like that. But if you let your team start getting in a fight, even if it's a bad fight, you can be a big difference in it, and that's like the coolest part about it. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Peace.